welcome back to the PickledPirate podcast, the show that not even a mother could love. Today on the show is mostly the Batman B-sides, the leftover stuff that wasn't good enough to be posted, so it's going to be a great show. I don't want to get into it too much because I still want to do a big Game of Thrones recap at the end of the season, but I just want to apologize for ranting about how the season sucks. This last episode really made up for it. For those of you that listened to that beef, my big problem was that they were doing all this exposition and telling, not showing, and they made up for it mostly in one scene. The one scene, and spoilers obviously for those that haven't seen it, but that one scene where Jon Snow's getting trampled on and he's buried under that pile of bodies and it cuts in and out and the voices are all muffled and he's gasping for air, and it's just the way it's cut and edited. It makes you feel what Jon Snow's feeling right there. Like, you can't breathe. I couldn't breathe. Like, I'm an asthmatic, so that was a rough scene for me, man. I almost died a couple of times. So they really just got the feel across to the audience. So that makes up for all their bullshit in episode 8, which still is a bunch of bullshit. But obviously they spent all their money on this episode. All those arrow shots through the air and landing on people and all the extras, all the Braveheart ripoffs and the Gladiator ripoffs and stuff. Game of Thrones isn't that bad anymore. I'm excited for the end of the episode, or end of the season, I mean. See what happens there. But now we are going to get into the Batman B-sides. And we start off with something we like to do here a lot on the show, sucking J.J. Abrams' penis. So, enjoy.
That's why you have to be really careful with what you're doing when you're recreating or rebirthing comics, or even, like
or
we were
signing
talking,
or
signing a contract.
In Alan Moore's case.
Like we were talking earlier today about J.J. Abrams took on a huge role to take on Star Wars.
Mm.
That's rebirthing something that, like, you know, at one point with the first Star Wars that came after the original ones, like the 1, 2, and 3, it was just like, oh, what did they do? I didn't really care for them.
Yeah, nobody did.
I didn't think they were really that great.
I like the third one, but the
Third
rest
one
of
was
them don't make
really
sense.
cool.
Yeah. I
But
like the pod racing.
J.J. Abrams
Actually,
comes
I
back.
love Star Wars. They're okay, but
Of course, yeah.
except for the second one. Second one's fun.
Second kind of
But no, it is a lot for like J.J. Abrams to take on, to like bring your childhood to life, like, because he's been an outspoken Star Wars fan his whole life.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what he did really well, was he did it the way George Lucas did it, is he tried to minimize all the special effects and did it all practical effects, and he did it the way it should be done, so props to him.
Right.
I think we've sucked J.J. Abrams' dick enough on this tiny podcast of ours enough.
Touche. Also, BBC, if you could just get me in a slot to be in Doctor Who. Right now, I'll just take an extra, but think about it. Anyway, back.
But yeah, definitely with Alan Moore, make sure you pay attention when you sign your contracts. That's that. So what everybody think about that, huh? Can definitely see why I got caught. I'd also like to apologize for my air conditioner in the background if you can hear it. It's fucking hot. Anyways, back to the Batman B-sides. Next, so we have a Death in the Family recap. If you guys have read the new Death in the Family, it's Scott Snyder's one, came out a couple years ago, so spoiler alerts for that. Yeah, listen to me recap it. And I hope you enjoy.
That's kind of like in the video game. Because don't you get injected and, like, the Joker's, like, sort of inside Batman, like, the Arkham Asylum, Arkham City? No, I think I just made... I think I dreamt that one up. I think I made that up.
You might have made that up.
We'll cut that one out.
That's fine. We can keep it going. In the Arkham game, Joker gets gets Venom, the stuff that Bane uses.
Oh, yeah.
To get fucking jacked, and you have to fight him at the end.
Yeah, alright, that's
but
what...
it ends up killing him.
Alright.
And he dies in Arkham.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
It does.
Because what's Batman without Joker?
Yeah, that... Yeah.
It's that lawful good against
It's
chaotic
like
evil,
a thing,
the
I mean...
opposite end of the character spectrum. They're like the most, like, basic example
But
of that,
they're like
I think.
the besties of besties, but they don't know it.
Oh, I know. And that's, dude.
It's like hanging out with your ex's boyfriend, like, people like, you'd be great hanging out with them. You're like, I hate this guy.
Dude, and
But
that's why in the New 52, the death in the family is so beautiful.
yeah,
Oh, there's this one part at the end of it where the Joker captures all of the Bat family except for, well, Batman's the last one he captures because he makes them go through Arkham. He makes like this whole fucking labyrinth thing Batman has to go through in Arkham, and he finally catches him. He drops him down this thing, and it's the whole Bat family around a table, and they're it's just so good. It's so good. The whole speech. I wish I could just like quote it right now.
do it.
See, like he has like the whole Bat family. The room's covered in gasoline, and the bottom of Batman's chair is flint. So if he moves the chair, like he's gonna ignite the gasoline, and everybody's gonna die.
Oh.
And also in the New 52, the Joker cut off his own face.
Oh.
I don't know if you know that. He's an evil motherfucker in the New 52. It's some scary shit.
Wow, that's dark.
So
That's dark shit.
so he brings him down there, and the whole Bat family has their face bandaged, and there's tables in front of them, like dishes in front of them, and the Joker's like talking to Batman the whole time. He's like, "All these guys make you weak," and he pulls like the plates, like the covers off the plates, and it's their faces in each of the plates. Like each member of the Bat family, like Dick Grayson, Jason,
Wait, he
like
cut off all
Tim
their
Drake,
faces?
fucking
No.
Red Hood,
No.
Batgirl,
No.
Alfred,
Batgirl?
all of them, dude. They're all
Alfred?
sitting in ice, and he's just like, they make you so weak. Like you don't need them. They make you weak. Like look at how weak you are right now. You're sweating to try to save these people. I'm getting chills just trying to like do the speech because it's just so fucking good and like so evil. He's like, you and me. That's all we need. Like we can get rid of these people. It's just supposed to be me and you, Bats. It's just like so nuts, and like you can tell he's like I don't even know, like in love with him somewhat, and
Cut
like
the fucking faces off.
oh, it's so evil. And then at the end of it, you find out he didn't do it. It was all just a joke, haha, because he's the Joker.
What? Oh my god, I was just.
He didn't cut their
sweats
face
there.
off.
Oh.
But it's like the most evil fucking Batman thing I've ever read. And Scott Snyder, you're so good,
Love you.
so good at it.
Wow.
I don't know. That was awesome. That was a random tangent.
That was beautiful.
There's a random tangent about the Joker. What'd you guys think about that, huh? What are the three people that have listened this far think about that recap, huh? Pretty good, huh? That is a really good book, actually. Really good graphic novel, comic book, whatever you want to call it. To get on board. Next and last, final Batman B-side, we have a little talk about the time DC and Marvel combined their universes for a big event. And also, I get into why Jason Todd might be the best Robin. You'll find out.
I honestly didn't know that much about Batman, and I really got to catch up on my
The old DC universe.
the old DC universe. I've been too caught up in the Marvel times right now. Forgot how cool DC actually is.
They only have Batman. Well,
Yeah.
Flash is kind of cool sometimes.
Flash.
The rest of it sucks. It's a joke. Superman's the Boy Scout.
She's kind of a bitch. She's kind of like Captain America. I think Iron Man's like Batman,
Yeah. I can see those parallels.
right? Do you remember the comics where they mixed the universes?
No, I've never. I mean.
They mixed Batman with Wolverine, so it mixed DC and Marvel, and Sabretooth with the Joker.
Oh my god.
And it is the coolest fucking comic I've ever read. Oh my god. So it's like Batman, but like Wolverine style.
Mm-hmm. Dude, imagine just like the fisticuffs that went down
Right?
in that shit.
But they also did that with a bunch of other characters throughout Marvel and
Yeah,
DC. So
I've
like,
heard of it. I haven't really read it.
if you can get out there in the World Wide Web, check it out. It's really cool to figure out what characters they put together. Yeah.
So, I said I was gonna. If we did the four-person thing, I was gonna take Jason Todd, just because he's the worst Robin. And I just want to explain one thing, why he might be the best Robin. Because I had the defense prepared to defend him as the best one. So I'm just going to put it out there because I thought about it. If fucking Jason Todd was Batman, there wouldn't be an Arkham Asylum. Motherfuckers would be dead.
Oh.
Because Red Hood comes back and he just kills people. Like,
Oh, shit.
that's like his whole thing. So he gets beaten to death by the Joker. So he's like, nah, villains don't get a second chance. Like, I'll put a cap in their ass. And now it's like,
He's like the good bad guy.
yeah, he's an anti-hero.
He's just
That's what they
murking
call
people.
those.
Murking.
Good bad guys are anti-heroes.
Is the Hulk an anti-hero?
I think kinda. He's more just a monster. He's an anti-monster.
He's just an anti-monster.
He's an anti-monster.
He's like a 12-year-old, but with like super rage.
Like Han Solo,
But like
anti-hero.
anti-hero.
Smuggling drugs, slaying
He
princesses.
don't give a fuck.
Anti-hero. We'll get into a whole lot of
Knocking
debate
up
with
Leia.
those. Because anti-heroes are actually my favorite.
They are pretty cool.
So, Google those.
Roland has turned. He has to fuck up sometimes. Well, I guess.
Well,
so.
every hero
Well,
fucks
no,
up
he
sometimes.
fucks up sometimes. He's not an anti-hero.
He just did everything right and be Superman, and that sucks. That's why Superman sucks, and
Superman
Batman's the only
does
good
suck.
one, and Flash is good.
Flash
But
is cool.
but Batman's all DC really has.
Also, fuck the Green Lantern.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
without a condom, right in his green butthole.
Touche.
Think the Green Lantern ring can make lube? We'll find out.
We'll find out next podcast.
Peace. Congratulations. You've made it to the end of the Batman B-sides. Wasn't that awful? Ugh. Well, thanks for listening, folks. I think the next podcast, the doctor takes over and he tells us some great stories about times he has shit his pants. So look forward to that. Yeah, I love you and we'll see you next time.